Hi guys, welcome to week 4 of 5 College Kids. It's Monday, September 8th. I'm Ivan Bochkov, and I am finally at Harvard. So let me show you my room. Here's my desk, lamp, ridiculously tall but narrow window, pretty bare walls for now since I just moved in on Saturday, but there's my bed. Recliner, lamp, dresser, closet, mirror. I am living in a single, so no roommates. But yeah, as you can see, I basically overpacked. Kind of ridiculous, actually, but funny story. And a little bit of history in the making. On Saturday, which is when we moved in, Hurricane Hannah was making its way up through New England. So right around the evening, it just started pouring rain. Right about 9 o'clock, one of the transformers at Adam's house, which is an upperclassman house, exploded, caused a huge fire. They had to put it out, but not before it killed all of the electricity on the yard, and including the backups. So they had us all evacuate from our freshman dorms, and they took us to the science center, where we stayed for like 5 hours while they got the power back on. So finally at around 2:30 a.m. they got it back and we moved back into our dorms. But the funny thing is, I overpacked and brought like everything imaginable, but I forgot a flashlight. So for the whole time that it was dark in our dorm, I had absolutely no light except for my little cell phone. But the next day, Sunday, my parents came back and brought some much needed stuff that we forgot, including the flashlights. They've since left, which is good. Let me get to the questions then. Last Monday, I asked about the mode of transportation around campus. Like Lady Tiger Lily, I'll be walking for now. I don't have a bike, don't have a car, and public transportation is pretty useless because everything's within walking distance. My dorm is kick-ass. I'm in Canaday, A entryway. It's the closest dorm to the dining hall, which is Annenberg Hall, and also the science center, where a huge number of freshman classes are. Okay, well, I'll skip Tuesday's question for now, and I'll go to Wednesday's question about dining. I've had 2 dinners so far at Annenberg Hall, so I can't really comment on the food. It's pretty decent so far. I'm not sick of it yet, although it does have a bad rap for getting monotonous after a while. But so far I give it the thumbs up. I don't have a favorite because we've only had a few choices so far. But in any way, I could always just go to one of the million cafes around here, because this is Cambridge, and there's food everywhere. So that's all good. Back to Tuesday's question. Does note-taking help you pass an exam? Yeah, absolutely. At least in high school, I always took notes before exams. Used to review them, usually in the last 5 minutes before the exam was given, which probably won't work for college exams, but I'll have to see. So far we haven't had any exams, this being, well, still orientation week for us. I haven't even picked my courses yet. That's next week. We have had placement exams though. There's bio and chem, math, and today French exams, but those are like assessment exams that you don't study for. That's for determining what course level you're going to be put in. In any case, I'm going to go on to Thursday's question. Actually, I didn't answer the one from last Thursday. I wasn't on campus, but Dan asked to get some video or photos of your campus. Well, how about this? Here's the view from my dorm room. So that magnificent building there is Memorial Church. It's the biggest church on campus. Huge stairs, huge columns. There's 4 of them over there, and more in the front. That's actually the side entry. And there's ivy, if you can see it right there. But this tree here is an acacia, and actually there are elms nearby on this part of campus. We're called Elm Yard. Our dorm, Canaday, Weld, and Thayer, those three dorms are referred to as Elm Yard. There used to be like millions of elms around here. Then they all died from Dutch elm disease, but they've been replanting them, so there's quite a few around. So that's last Thursday's question, and I'll have more for you next week because I'll probably make my video outside next week because it's nice weather now. But let's see, this week's Thursday question was roommates' heritage and cool facts about roommates. Well, I've met all of my floor mates. Don't have a roommate, but I am living on this floor with 6 other guys. There's me in a single, the room next to me, that's Juan in another single, and then there's a quint at the end of the hall, which is like 5 times as big as my room. Also, our proctor lives with us. He's actually in the room next to me on that side. And he's wicked awesome. He's the proctor for our whole entryway, which is this building. There's 36 of us in the whole building. It's 4 floors, and yeah, he's pretty awesome. John Page, that's his name. Anyway, so Juan over there, he's Mexican, lives in California, and he told me that he visits, or he travels to Mexico, you know, pretty often, or he traveled during his high school years and younger. So that's that. A lot of diversity here, and within our dorm and in Harvard in general, it's pretty awesome. Speaking of diversity, the kids in the quint, I've met all 5 of those guys, and it just so happens that they're all different religions. So we have Muslim, Buddhist, Catholic Christian, Coptic Christian, and Jewish, and me being Russian Orthodox. That just like seals the deal. But cool fact about Matt, who's one of the guys in the quint, he watches Battlestar Galactica, which is my favorite show and the greatest show in the history of television. So kudos to Matt for that. He's awesome. But yeah, I'm getting along wicked well with all of my roommates. So it's pretty great. We've already had our luau party. That was last night. And yeah, a lot of fun stuff going on. But let's see, Friday's question. I have here 3 question marks because I don't know what happened to Pat, but he hasn't posted a video yet. So I'm just gonna go ahead and ask my question, except I'm sick of questions, so I'm gonna make it a challenge this time. I want you guys to find the most useless handout that your university or college has given you so far, because I don't know about you, but I've gotten a ton of like junk, and some of it is important, like this here is tremendously important, but other things like this planner that we got are completely useless because I do not use a planner. I do use notebooks for taking notes, and I have a little tiny agenda notebook for writing down homework assignments, but I've never used a planner and don't really like it. Well, since middle school anyway. Okay, so I think that's it for this week. I gotta go to some open houses, do stuff that is fun, but I'll see you all next Monday. Yeah, hopefully I'll have more knowledge and more posters on the walls by then. Anyway, signing out from Harvard. See ya.